Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for June 8th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 18, and if you add the 1 and the 8 together, you get the number 9. The number 9 is the 9 of empathy, compassion, intuition, psychic ability, mysticism, and magic. It is also the number of completion. And I would love for all of this to be complete right now in the world, especially in these days where so much emotion is running at a very high energetic level. But this is what it will take for change to happen. This level of intensity is because of the rampant disregard for human life and all of life on this planet. When people are seen as expendable, then those in power can justify their horrific behavior. When this world is seen as a commodity rather than as a wonder, it too will be exploited. It is time that we should reevaluate our values and choices. Completion is going to be hard-won at this moment, especially when there is so much at stake. Pay attention to what your gut keeps trying to tell you. It is not wrong. Somewhere, something is not right. Trust that and move to keep yourself and those you love as safe as possible. So much is shifting. The old world is complete and the new world is forming and not yet solidified. If it feels as if you are standing on quicksand, know that you are. But so is the rest of the world. The things that we could depend on are clearly riddled with holes and cannot be depended upon. So you have much to deal with in this moment. You can only do one thing at a time. You cannot see where you are going, and that will have to be okay. Let your mind rest in the uncertainty. Things will eventually calm down, though not quickly, but you will have to learn to walk each step with certainty and determination. No one will walk this path for you. You will have to find your way in your path through the chaos, and you will grow tremendously in this process. It will be well worth it in the end, but so much rides on your ability to keep going when you want to stop. Life requires a lot from you at this time. Life does not stop because it is not working the way you wanted or intended. Life seeks out the strongest to move forward. Those that cannot adapt will be left behind. That is why change is not a choice. It is an obligation. Okay, the astrology for today. The moon is dancing in Capricorn until the evening, and then it moves into Aquarius. So with the Capricorn moon influencing us most of the day, stay on the practical side of life. It will conjunct Jupiter, and that expands your desire for stability and a very grounded approach. The journey right now is towards how much self-discovery you can do during this quarantine cycle. Explore things that you do not know about. I'm learning a lot about gardening. You can expand, but you have to be willing to understand. The Aquarius moon makes you seek out those things that are more unusual and extraordinary. Freedoms need to be heard and listened to. The moon aligns with Saturn this evening, and know that you will have to keep a cool head in this very heated reality. I wish I could say things are going to calm down, but they are not. Do your best to remain as calm as possible. You are going to have to buckle down. Things are still precarious around the virus. Many things are going to explode and make already challenging things even more difficult. Know that violent outbursts can impact you because of the intensity of the rage and hurt that many are feeling. Okay, my quote for today. Life seeks out the strongest to move forward. Those that cannot adapt will be left behind. That is why change is not a choice. It is an obligation. Okay, my blog for today. Being a psychic, I recognize that I live by my gut instinct. I have a powerful mind that will take the intuitive information and attempt to look past the resistance and seek out information that will either support or deny that intuitive knowing. Intuition by itself can be wrong if you are not healed inside on certain emotional issues. Knowing by itself can also be wrong because it can jump to conclusions based on past trauma and wounding. And then there are the people that just plain lie. They lie most often to protect their own self. They lie because they need something to be true. They lie because they like it, and they like to keep secrets and confuse others. They lie because they do not want to hear the truth. There are many reasons people lie. I will never forget being in a workshop with a boyfriend, and the group mind recognized that he was lying and keeping secrets, which I had been repeatedly confronting him about, which was why we were in the workshop in the first place, and had caught him in over and over again. Then he finally said he liked keeping secrets, that it was fun for him to watch others squirm and get confused. He liked that, and he had the power. That was the moment I realized that this lying was an identity issue in psychology. It was part of a false self that he believed was him. And that false self was in control of his behavior and his choices. Because he liked it, he was not going to change it. The entire workshop group confronted him about it, and he was unapologetic and kind of liked the upset he was causing. I look at this moment in time with a similar set of eyes. I look at those that believe the lies now and see the same pattern. They have identified with the lie or the lie of another person. It has become a part of themselves and a false self, and they have no intention to let it go. And no matter what, they will not change. It gives them power over others. They like causing upset. They want to validate their reality even if it harms others. You cannot change such people. There is nothing you can do until they want to change. It is important to dispel your own places of self-deception. It is important to look at your fantasy bonds around others, politics, and reality. It is important to recognize that you have some false selves that jump in and control you at times. And that is why it is so critical that you find your own core self. When you know who you are, all the need for pretense goes away. You do not have to make up stories or align with perceived powerful people or icons. Everyone is human. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone will be unraveling fantasy bonds in this life, and everyone will eventually discover the roots for choices and behaviors in this life. Thanks so much. Bye.